Hi, Dramione fam. So as promised, I'm going to be making some trope videos. I feel like I've read enough fics now that I can kind of focus on specific tropes and give you recs based on what you might be interested in reading. And let's be honest, one of our favorite tropes is Theodore Knott, is he not? So I'm going to give you some of my favorite versions of him across ficdom. And you feel free to leave your suggestions because I always love Theo Knott and am always looking to read more Theo. Bonus if it's a Knott pot, but I'll come back to that. Do you love a caring, sweet Theo who opens his heart to Hermione to help her and support her? I mean, Amor Vincent Omnia is your Theo for that. He's so sweet. He basically like adopts her and just is amazing. Also, he was great in Wait and Hope, which I just read. Rosemary for Remembrance. Blease actually is the one who really adopts her in that, but Theo's there too. He's great. Apple Pies and Other Amends, he was really sweet in. I loved their little friendship that developed. And maybe my most favorite version of this, the helpful, supportive Theo that really like supports Hermione, was Marked by Olivia Blake. Yeah, that character journey for him was really, really special, I thought. Do you love a hilarious, chaotic Theo who makes your whole heart light up whenever he shows up? Then again, anything by Olivia Blake. In both Divination for Skeptics and How to Win Friends and Influence People, everything he says made me laugh out loud. He's just amazing in both of those. Other hilarious Theos are the Meet Me in Dreamland Theo. His Spin the Bottle Potions Party in particular was a massive highlight. Probabilities by One Bed to Rule Them All. He was great in that. There's not a lot of him because it's short, but he's great. He's very funny and chaotic in A Hard Row to Hoe. I loved him in that. Again, he's kind of sidelined, but his moments are great. And if you want a little one-shot of hilarious Theo, I've talked about this short story before, but Theodore Knott, Positive Meddler by Orlin is a really good, funny Theo. Do you prefer a badass henchman, assassin, chaotic psychopath Theo? What variation? Do you want him unpredictable but also tender-hearted? Then read Bloody, Slutty, and Pathetic by Wet Murda. Do you want him running around in pink gumboots drinking Red Bull? Then read Apostasy by Deidre Lynn. Do you want him in like full psychopath mode? Secrets and Masks. If you know, you know. But maybe you prefer a calm, stoic, wise, and maybe a little sad Theo. Measure of a Man Theo. Measure of a Man Theo. Do you want a Theo that will just pull your heart out? Isolation by Bex Chan or Breath Mints Battle Scars by Onyx and Elm. Let's talk about Theo ships. I love him really with anyone. I feel like because I love him so much, I feel like he brings out something in the other person that makes me love them more. So I love a Knotgrass because I don't always care about Daphne, but I do love Theo and Daphne. The most obvious answer here is Secrets and Masks again, clearly, but Olivia Blake also does a good Knotgrass in Clean and Marked and in Amortentia. And one of my favorite stories in Amortentia is the story called Rook, which is an Aladdin retelling where Daphne is the princess and Theo is Aladdin. This one is funny because it essentially casts Hermione as a human version of Abu the monkey. And Draco kind of functions as the genie, and then they end up together like in the background, which was kind of delightful. That's a good one. Even though I think Blaze is kind of boring, I do like a Nottini, and especially that ship name. Rosemary for Remembrance they get together in, which is very, very sweet. And also, although it's very sideline, Trials and Tribulations of Draco Malfoy's Employment features a Nottini. I always like a Theo with a Weasley. I liked Theo and George together in Amor Vincent Omnia. That one was really sweet. I liked the beginnings of Theo and Ron in Theodore Knott, Positive Meddler. I kind of want a full length of that. And I loved with my whole heart Theo and Charlie Weasley in Bloody, Slutty, and Pathetic. And I've read other things with Theo and Charlie. I always love that. But Knot Pot is my winner. Knot Pot makes sense to me the way Dramione makes sense to me. Don't get me wrong. I love Harry with a lot of people. I love Harry and Ginny together. Fic Ginny, I love them together. They're always mwah. I also like Harry with Pansy, and I also really like Harry with Luna. But something about Harry and Theo just brings out something just so good in both of them. Knot Pot is clearly a favorite ship of Olivia Blake. So again, Divination for Skeptics and How to Win Friends and Influence People. Mwah. And many of her Amortentia stories, including her multi-chapter series called Felicitous Tidings from the Nouveau Riche, where Theo is essentially Gatsby and Harry is essentially Nick, but they actually act on their feelings. Yeah, and Amortentia lists, all the different stories, and it'll list like the pairing next to it. So any of the ones that have a Knot Pot in there are good. There's actually two that are both like Muggle AU, but one of them where they both are like in a ballet company. It's a short one, but it was hot. And there's another one where like Harry's a lifeguard in Las Vegas and Theo is there like partying and they meet up. Yeah, that one was good too. Woo. But for one, Not by Olivia Blake, again, Probabilities by One Vegetable Them All has a knot pot. And again, while we don't get a lot of them, it's great. All right, so what are your favorite Theo fics? Please give them to me because I always love a Theo fic. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.